Hello and welcome to HCS Connects. I'm Kelly Gorel with Hampton City Schools. Today we have Dr. Kelli Cedo with us, who is our K-12 Language Arts Curriculum Leader, as well as Jennifer Martin, a reading specialist from Tucker Capps Elementary School. So welcome to HCS Connects, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And lots going on in the world of language arts in Hampton City Schools, but specifically we want to talk about today Hampton Reads One Book. And Kelly, you were here with us last year because we actually participated in Hampton Reads One Book last fall. So tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So Hampton Reads One Book is an opportunity for our kindergarten through fifth grade families to read and enjoy a good book together. And we started the program because I received information from the State Department saying they were having a big book reading across the state.
That's very exciting.
Virginia reads one book, and I said I would love for Hampton to be able to participate. So I got out there and started talking to the community members and just sharing with them. We have this great opportunity to provide access to our K-5 families, a great book, and to have a fun read. And so in the spring, the community rallied around it, and we were able to get sponsorship, and we were able to have Hampton Reads One Book for the first time.
So why was a sponsorship needed?
A sponsorship was needed because we needed to be able to purchase around 10,000 books.
Oh wow, so we actually purchase books and those students get to keep those books after they read it.
Yes, they do. And
wow.
It's so wonderful because we know how important it is for students to have their own home libraries.
That is.
And not all kids and their families are able to do that on their own. So here in Hampton City Schools and in Hampton as a city, we said we want to make sure that our families and our community have that access.
Excellent. So last year, what book did we read last year as Hampton Reads One Book?
Cleo, Playground Millionaire.
And tell us about Cleo.
It was a great book. It was a book about a little girl who is an entrepreneur, and she was trying to become a millionaire. And she had
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I know. And she had actually a TV personality that she was in love with and just felt like she connected with, and so she aspired to be. And so it was a great book, and the kids loved it, and it seemed to reach all age groups. You know, I know at Tucker Capps we had first graders and third graders that just were completely into the book and just couldn't get enough of it.
Excellent. So what does that mean by Hampton Reads One Book? I know you're saying that we purchase books through a sponsorship so that all of our students, K through 5, could have the opportunity to read a book, but also have that in their home library. But how did that kind of work as far as the logistics? Did they read it in class? Did they read it at home? Did we, do that together as a school division?
So with Hampton Reads One Book, we provided not only the books, but we also provided family guides. And Miss Martin actually played a big part in that, in helping us create that family guide. We wanted everybody to be reading the chapters at the same time.
Okay.
So that it really was a community read, and everybody was saying, oh my gosh, I can't wait to find out what happens with Cleo next, and so forth. And so we created over a 3-week process in March where they could read each of the chapters, and we had trivia questions, and the kids would turn in the trivia question answers to the reading specialist at the school, and at the end I received the answers to the trivia questions, and we did a big raffle on Facebook Live, which was fantastic, and the kids really enjoyed being able to see
They tuned in to watch that Facebook Live to see who won.
That was a huge hit.
Huge hit.
Yes,
very
huge
cool.
hit.
And so we wanted to make sure that the schools and the families had what they needed. And so at the school level, and I'll have Ms. Martin share what they did at Tucker Capps, but each school said, okay, so we have the family guide, what else might we need to do to ensure that all of our kids are reading with us and able to fully participate in Hampton Reads One Book.
Nice.
But Tucker Capps did some amazing things at their school.
All right, let's hear about these amazing things.
Okay, so one thing that we did was we videotaped each chapter, and so I would read a chapter each night, and then I would post it on the Tucker Capps Facebook page, and that allowed students to access it at home. And I had several students that would listen to the video while their mom or dad cooked dinner, and they were able to access it together. Families are busy, and so they were still having that engagement as a family, even if it may not have been reading it aloud, but it just provided that access. You know, we did like I said, daily trivia. The kids loved it. They got prizes at the end of each day for those that answered them correctly. When we did the kickoff, I wrapped up the boxes in big, you know, real fancy wrapping paper and presented them to the classroom. So they all got.
They opened their books.
Yes, and they were like, wow, and they all had their names put in the book. So they had ownership in that book. So it was really cool.
So it was a wonderful opportunity for the community.
Absolutely.
Do we get that opportunity again this year?
Yes, we do. I'm really excited to share that. Yes, and this year we're actually being able to, with the sponsorship and Hampton City Schools really rallying behind this, to provide it twice. So yes, so this year we're going to do fall Hampton Reads One Book, and then we're also going to participate with the state in the spring.
So we're going kind of above and beyond the state. They're still going to do spring, but Hampton as a community, we've decided to do fall and spring.
Yes, we have. We had such a great response in the spring, and we saw the excitement and the fun, not only from the students, but from the entire community. The teachers absolutely loved it. The administrators at the schools, I mean, the principals and the assistant principals had things on their marquees. They had volunteers coming in to read to the kids over the 3 weeks. We had our reading specialists rallying around it. And then from there, the family, and we had families and our faith-based communities. There were just so many wonderful things and so much feedback. We actually did a survey with all of the literacy staff and asked them, you know, one, tell us what went well, but also what could we do to make it even better, because we wanted to make sure that we just continue to provide this opportunity, because we know it's a need in our community. With all the goals,
fosters that love of reading also.
It does, and really truly, if we're going to meet our literacy goals, continue to meet our literacy goals, we need to continue to foster the enjoyment and love of reading, and that's what Hampton Reads One Book does. And it doesn't just do it for the kids, it does it for the entire community. Last spring, our kickoff video actually included many different stakeholders from the community reading parts of the book to do the kickoff for us. And so you saw small business owners, you had Old Point National's president of the bank reading, we had the military, we had NASA involved. I mean, I could continue naming the folks in that video, and you could just see the excitement that our kids and our community were going to have this opportunity. So we are absolutely thrilled that we're going to be able to provide it twice this year. And I couldn't have done it without our committee that Ms. Martin is on, with about 10 to 12 other individuals helping us think through what book to choose, what do we need to do with the family guide, do we need to add anything additional, do we need to provide anything additional for the schools. And then we actually presented to all of the literacy staff at one of their monthly professional development opportunities around Hampton Reads One Book, and they were able to share ideas with each other. So it just continues to grow, and we're super excited about our community continuing to rally behind literacy in Hampton.
So before we get into the book and the kickoff day, so tell us about this committee a little bit, because that's not work that just gets done overnight. When did you all start this process?
We actually started this summer. So we got together.
No rest for the weary for teachers? Gotcha.
So we got together several times during the summer, but we had to pick a book. So the committee got together, and we looked through several books and read the books to decide what direction we wanted to go in. Cleo was a book that was geared more probably towards 4th, 5th grade. So we wanted to kind of go in a different direction and try to hit that 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade level that was a little bit easier. It's the beginning of the school year. It's hectic. We wanted to kind of make it an easier read. Even the chapters be a little bit shorter, just to make it easier, and just a fun, easy read. So we did that after looking through lots of books.
So last year, though, it was K through 5.
Yes.
Something exciting for this year, we're kind of growing that target audience, correct?
Yes.
Yes, we are very excited to share that we're able to include our pre-K students.
Oh, excellent.
And so it'll be a pre-K through 5th grade Hampton Reads One Book opportunity. And we are also, an expansion to the program is we're partnering with the Mayor's Book Club. And so with the Mayor's Book Club, not only are they assisting in terms of volunteers and getting the information out, but they're also going to help us deliver the books to the pre-K kids.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They'll be excited.
So what is the big day?
November 6th is going to be the kickoff day.
So that's the kickoff. All of our students will receive their book. What book is it?
It is. It's
like
Mia Mayhem is a Superhero. And what's amazing, good about actually the last 2 books we've had is they're actually a series. So, you know, with Cleo, I'm not even sure how many books are in the series, but kids are continue to read with Cleo. So we're hoping that this will kind of spark an interest with Mia Mayhem. There's several books in this series, and we're even, I know at Tucker Caps, we're talking to the librarian who's going to make sure that for Scholastic our Scholastic book fair, that we have lots of this books, the series of books that are available for the kids that we'll have displayed. Yeah, so hopefully that, you know, will pique their interest and we can get them reading, you know, the next couple books. So.
Well, I love the title. Absolutely love the title, Mia Mayhem. I won't ask you about the book because we don't want to spoil it for anyone who plans to read it. And we know we've got lots of little people that are planning to read that book very soon. So November 6th, we've got the book, we've got the activities planned. So what's the excitement in the buildings right now as they're getting ready to get this book?
Well, we just got our coming soon posters that will go up in the buildings today. And we're starting to build that excitement. We've been, reading specialists have been talking to the teachers, kind of getting them excited. I know one thing with the superhero theme is, you know, we're all unstoppable. I know in our building, we're really gonna focus on, you know, kindness, how we can be math superhero, we can be a reading superhero, but we can also be, you know, a kindness superhero. We can help our friends and kind of build off of this superhero theme. But, you know, we can be more than just, you know, that strong superhero. We can, you know, build that into literacy, you know, our kindness and all of those things.
Excellent.
It's wonderful.
So you did mention, and I don't want to stop without, you know, exploring the sponsors. Now, we couldn't have that happen without our sponsors. So Kelli, who exactly are our sponsors?
For the fall, it's Old Point National Bank. They're our core sponsor for the fall.
And they were our core sponsor for last fall, correct?
They
with
were
Cleo.
in the spring. They were.
I'm sorry, last spring. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, they were. And in the spring, we also had the community nights and so forth. But for the fall specifically, Old Point National said, yes, you want to do it twice. We are in. We will support.
Awesome.
And they are actually hanging the posters in the banks around the area, so that they're also encouraging it. And you'll also see the president of the bank during the kickoff video. So the kids will actually be able to see him firsthand. And he has been such a great support around ensuring this literacy component for our children in our community. So we're just absolutely thrilled to have them partnering with us, being a sponsor for us. We're absolutely thrilled for that. And so they continue to offer volunteers also from the bank to come in to the schools on the kickoff day. I mean, it's just amazing.
That's excellent. So November 6th is the big day.
Yes.
When do we plan to wrap up our Hampton Reads One Book? Because last time you said it was about a 3-week book club per se.
This one's a little shorter. This one actually, the last chapter is read on November 19th.
Okay. So do we need to be on the lookout for a Facebook Live on November 19th for pulling some trivia?
We're actually going to give the schools a couple of days to make sure they get all of the answers for the students so they all can fully participate. And so we are doing the Facebook Live on November 21st.
Ooh, okay, so November 6th is the kickoff. November 21st is the Facebook Live where everybody will be tuning in to see if they've won some great prizes as well. So very exciting. Now, I'd have one last question though. You said we're going to do it twice this year. So we're doing it right now in the fall. We're going to do it in the spring along with the state. Any idea what that book is going to look like in the spring?
No, not yet. We're still, after we have this one, the committee's
got to get through this one first.
And the committee's going to come together and really think through the feedback that we get and once again choose the best book for our kids here in Hampton. And we really, I can't say enough about the committee and their thoughtfulness around choosing the book. It took us several weeks, to be honest with you, and several different shipments of books before we decided on Mia Mayhem. And so we have a really good feeling that they're going to enjoy this new character in their lives.
Absolutely.
Well, we have thoroughly enjoyed you all being here today. So thank you so much for, sharing Hampton Reads One Book and about Mia, and we can't wait to see all of the posts on Facebook as you read to the kids, and super exciting. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on HCS Connects. In the meantime, stay connected with us. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Jump over to our website or PEG TV. Thanks and have a great day.